So tonight we'll start off with the Q&A. If an Anagarika and Samanera can both observe the 10 precept, what is the difference between them in terms of parisuddhi sila, purification of sila? This is from Brother Craig. Now, I have to explain a number of things here. Before we answer the questions. First of all, you should not use the word parisuddhi sila. Now, let me look into it a bit bottom here. Parisuddhi sila, morality consists in purity, is fourfold. Restraint with the regards of monk disciplinary code. Sense restraint, purity of livelihood, morality with the regards of the four monks' requisites. Now here the parisuddhi sila is mainly used for the bhikkhus or the bhikkhunis. So it does not meant for this anagarika or this one. So this is, you are using the word parisuddhi sila in the wrong context. I think this is in the wrong context. Now, what is anagarika? What is the samanera? What is the 10 precepts? Anagarika, anagarika, that means that he or she is not a monk, but he or she aspire to become a monk. Okay, so anagarika. In Thailand, they call it pakau. They call it pakau. And you go into this monastery, they wear white. They wear white. Sometimes they wear the shape like a monk. They wear sarong. They wear longi also, but in white color. In other tradition, even anagarika, they use it for nuns or for sayales. Anagarika. Like for example, when you go into Nepal, Theravada nuns, they call it anagarika so and so. Like for example, anagarika chini, anagarika. They use the word anagarika. So in Thailand, especially this anagarika, they are aspire to become a monk. Now samanera here, samanera means that you are ordained. You have a lower ordination. You haven't taken up. You are not a bhikkhu yet or a bhikkhuni, but it's still a samanera. Samanera observe 10 precepts. Samanera must observe the 10 precepts. Anagarika, a person that aspire, or even a nun, you can do 8 precepts or you can do 10 precepts. It depends on you. But for most people, they usually do the 8 precepts, because the 10 precepts, you do not touch money. You do not touch money. In the olden days, you call it gold and silver, but in the modern times, it's money. Financial, all this money. So anagarika here and samanera, what are the difference in the sense of this sila? Don't use the word parisuddhi. Just use the word in terms of sila. Now, anagarika is not ordained. Samanera is ordained. So that means that samanera, they are wearing the monk's robe already. They are wearing the monk's robe. Anagarika they don't wear the monk's robe. When you wear a monk's robe, it's very different from just wearing a lay person's robe, and you have the same sila. Let's say you take a 10 precept and this one also 10 precept, but one is ordained. It's very different, because once you are ordained, there are people look at you already. The devotees will be looking at you. So not only you have 10 precepts in the samanera, also you're supposed to train into another 75 training rules. 75 training rules. Some of the training rules is like, for example, how you should wear your robes. When you go out, how you should wear your robes. When you meet a teacher, how you should wear your robes, for example. When you're eating, for example, talking about eating, how you should learn to eat properly, how to not to eat mindfully, but not like a a greedy person. You have to how you should eat properly. All this like a small cultured way of eating. You cannot like, for example, your finger, you cannot just keep on licking your fingers like a finger licking good. You cannot do that. You cannot do all these type of ways. You must learn how to eat properly, not like simply like a lay person eating. Whereas Anagarika, they are not trained into the other certified training rules, and not many people will be looking at them because they are still wearing a white color. So in terms of Samanera, then even both have 10 precepts, but a Samanera has even higher responsibility, and also when there's more responsibility, that means the sila in overall much more better compared to Anagarika. In the certain tradition, Anagarika, they want you to train in Anagarika because before they ordain you as a Samanera. One of the things is that because these Anagarika, sometimes they may come from other religion and they do not know about anything about Buddhist ways, how Buddhist way of life, Buddhist way of doing things, the bowing, the all these rites and rituals of the Buddhism. They do not know all these type of things. So then some people wants to ordain as a monk, or before they ordain as the monk, they have to look at their behavior, whether this person is suitable to be ordained as a Samanera or not. So we got to look at them, whether it is to ordain them, because once you ordain them, the Samanera is the responsibility of the teacher. If he's creating a lot of havoc, a lot of problems to the other monks or to the community or lay people, and then it'll be very, the name and the place, the name and the reputation will be affected. So therefore, they put them as an Anagarika in order to see whether they are suitable to become monks or nuns. But for those people who are Buddhists for a long period of time, and they have a lot of this tradition, understanding, sometimes they don't go through this Anagarika stage. They can able to be ordained already because people already know them, that they know their culture, they know respect, they know how to do this and do that. Then sometimes they don't go through this Anagarika stage. But for other places, they want you to go through this Anagarika stage. So here in the Anagarika stage, that is, you are still a layperson, whereas a Samanera, you are more than that. So in the sense that in terms of sila, it's much more greater than this one. Whereas when you observe 10 precept and 10 precept by itself, they are almost the same thing. They are the same thing actually. But Samanera carries a heavier load in the sense of they got other silas to take note also. So this is in terms of the Anagarika and Samanera. Okay. So that's about it for tonight. That's all for the Q&A session.